Hello everyone, Mark Soderstrom here with the evening edition of Bridgestone World Solar Challenge TV. Fantastic start, perfect conditions and some great progress made by the teams as they headed down the Stuart Highway. Our front runners, well, they were trekking at around about 80 kilometres an hour, and the leading teams, well, they got as far as Dunmara on the opening day of the challenge. So let's take a look at all the results. In the Clipsal and Schneider Electric Challenger class, in first spot, Nuon Solar Team from the Netherlands. Now they travelled 574 kilometres. They're 30 k's ahead of the second and third place vehicles. Solar Team Twente in the red engine, also from the Netherlands, are in second, and they're a minute ahead of Japan's Tokai University. In the Michelin Cruiser class, Germany's PowerCore Sun Cruiser are out in front, 484 kilometres from the start, followed by Solar Team Eindhoven and the University of Minnesota. And finally, in the GoPro Adventure class, Aussie entrant Aurora Evolution in the #1 spot. They lead Hong Kong's Sophie 4 and Chile's Anticara. And for more of the action as it happened, here's Tracy Kotsia, who's out on the road.
Welcome to Catherine and the first control stop on this Bridgestone World Solar Challenge. Now there's a surprise, Team Twente, the first team to get here, 321 kilometres from Darwin and about 4¼ hours. They've done very well. They started on 4th, of course, this morning. Let's go and find out how the first leg of their journey went. Congratulations first to the first control stop in Catherine. Tell me about the first leg of the journey.
Well, it went very well actually. It's not really hot in the car, so it's good to handle. So yeah, no problems.
Tell us about sort of when you passed the first car. You know, what was it like out there?
Yeah, it's very cool to overtake other cars and drive to be the first car. So yeah, it's very nice experience.
Stuart, great driving. You're the second team to the control stop today. You started on 13th this morning.
It was great. It was a fun drive. Some takeovers were a bit stressful, but we were going very fast, so that's always a good thing. And now we're going to do some static charging and hopefully go back on the road again soon.
And that's the first big test in the Australian Outback for the car. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. The car was handling good. She drove well. We drove well together, so yeah, I like her.
Congratulations, third car into the Catherine control stop. How do you feel?
It was very dense out there. There was a lot of traffic, a lot of passing. Everything was handled very well, but it was a stressful drive. Happy to be here third, but happy to be here.
Well, you held your position from the third start this morning. Was there some overtaking and changing of places though?
There was a little bit of that. Yeah, there was a lot of overtaking. I think Nuna passed us and we passed them. They passed us again. We did the same thing with Michigan, passed a few of the cruiser cars. It was just a lot of passing.
Just give us a little bit of an insight into just how tough it is out there.
It was quite hot. This is probably the hottest stage coming straight out of Darwin. The humidity's the worst. My water fell behind me and for some reason the hose jammed, so I actually haven't had a drop of water since I left Darwin. That didn't make things any easier. You just have to be very vigilant. Mostly of other traffic. Everyone was fine and respectful, but there's just a lot of cars going down a road that's not designed for that many cars. So it's stressful. You got to keep your team listening to what they're saying, and they're your ears and your eyes, and then just keep the solar car going straight no matter what.
Perfect. Go and get yourself a drink.
Great. Thank you. I will.
You're the first cruiser class car to the Catherine control stop. What was the drive like out there?
The drive was good, yeah. We got a lot of sun. The solar panel generated a lot of energy, so no big problems.
What was it like having a bit of company out there? You're the first car to come in with more than one driver.
It was nice actually, because you have someone to talk to, keeps you awake. It's just a little company.
And was he doing a good job out there?
Yeah, sure, he was driving great. He took the ideal line.
It's all about the racing line, isn't it? Did you give him sweets and drink and supply him and do all your...
Yeah, I handed him some cookies and he was happy.
So spirits are good in the team. How was the car handling?
The car was handling good. We've tested it a lot, so it was no surprise that it drove all right. So.
And the Netherlands dominating the first stage of the event, 1, 2 and 1 again.
Yeah, that's great. We expected nothing less.
Of course. Now good luck with your onward journey.
Thank you.
Well, day 2 of the challenge promises to be full of action again as our teams will pass through a control point at Tennant Creek, and our leaders, well, they should get through Tea Tree and hope to arrive at Alice Springs by the end of day 2. Now, our forecast for tomorrow looks absolutely sensational. Plenty of sun, which is great to power the vehicles, but it could make life pretty tough for the drivers out there. Now, our next edition of World Solar Challenge TV is at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Australian Central Standard Time. We'll have all the overnight action and we'll show you what happened at the start of day 2.